to my face. I'm James St. James and this is Transformation. No, this is not. In all honesty, I'm just Carol, I'm just the same person as usual. Today's video is not going to be a transformation. Well, you know what? It's a get ready with me, so I'm going to be transforming my face into some makeup look. But as always, in my Get Ready With Me's, we are going to be doing some sort of a discussion. We're going to be having a discussion. Today's discussion is going to be about 5 of my favorite YouTubers, on YouTube. So, without any further ado, let's start applying things on my face and talking about my 5 favorite YouTubers. Actually, let's preface that by saying that 3 of them are going to be beauty YouTubers, 1 of them is going to be like a lifestyle YouTuber, and 1 of them is going to be a lifestyle / luxury, in her own special, unique way, type of YouTuber. So, without any further intros, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to try something new. I zoomed you in super duper close to my face so you can see my pores. You can see this beautiful spot right over here. We're really personal. Okay, this is another level of closeness. I'm going to start off with priming my face because I'm going to apply cream eyeshadows today. I don't think that it was necessary for me to do my eyes first. I'm going to start off with my primer. This is the Smashbox Primerizer. Okay, and I'm going to apply it all over my face. Okay, I will start off talking about the lifestyle YouTubers first. Okay, and I'm gonna start off with talking about Style Apotheca. Style Apotheca is a pharmacist who is tackling university college debt, and she's trying to create a balance between living life joyfully and enjoying beautiful things, so to say, and also managing her debt and embracing minimalism, because in her experience minimalism has been the one thing that has helped her really minimize her debt as much as possible. She doesn't shy away from talking about things that some people would consider a bit tabooish, like money and things like that. Things that I don't even feel confident in talking about, but hearing some other people talking about it kind of makes it more of a comfortable topic to discuss publicly. So that is one of the things that I really enjoy about her. I really enjoy her sense of style, and I find that it's inspiring to me because just like me, I like to be casual and chic at the same time, like casual chic. I don't like to be too dressed up. I don't like to be too dressy, but at the same time, I'm not the type to just wear gym gear and just walk around town. I don't feel comfortable doing that either. I like a happy medium, and I do find that she does that very well. She also talks about ethical fashion. She talks about thrift shopping. She does a lot of that. She talks about some vintage clothes. She talks about a little bit of designer. She really likes Annie Bing, and I like Annie Bing too. I find her to be edgy in all the right ways. I sometimes struggle with things being too edgy and too funky for me, because I am a little bit boring when it comes to my fashion. I wouldn't say boring, I would say more predictable when it comes to fashion. I always wear the same things. She does those challenges where she does capsule wardrobe. Not like the capsule wardrobe that you see where people pick 30 things and create a wardrobe that they stick to, but she will do 10 outfits using 10 garments, including shoes and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that, because that to me is a little bit challenging and inspiring. So I really like that about her. I think her name is Christina. I'm awful with names. If the channel doesn't say the person's name, then I'm not very likely going to remember the person's name. I'm going to remember the channel for what it's called. So that is Christina. I really love her for those reasons. The other lifestyle slash fashion YouTuber that I really love is Caitlin. Now, I'm gonna butcher her last name because I always do, but I think it's Pavlovsky or Pavlovsky, but I'm pretty sure it's Pavlovsky. I'll leave it right here. She is really incredible, and I feel like this last year has made her content really unique for someone who loves a bit of, well, a lot of luxury in her life. She talks about luxury in a very conscientious way, and she talks about how social media affects us in terms of what we would normally buy and what we end up buying as people who are influenced by influencers. She talks about how she cut down her social media consumerism quite a bit, and that in turn has allowed her to embrace a more strategic shopping approach, and that is very inspiring to me. I'm going to use this as highlighter too. I used it underneath my base, and I'm going to use it now on my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose. She also does some fashion reviews, but not that many. She talks mostly in a very critical way about social media, overconsumption and things like that, and I love those conversations. Next up is going to be the Cosmetics Serum Blush in the shade Peachy Peach. I don't really think that I've used it on camera yet. I've done a review which will be linked right here at some point of the video, but I don't remember ever applying this with you, so we're going to be doing that today. See, okay, I'm going to show you this. I've pumped this twice and expected something to show up on my hand, but so far nothing. Still nothing. I hate you. I hate you. Last time. If it doesn't... Oh, unbelievable. Something happened. As someone who loves and appreciates some designer goods in her life, in moderation, that moderation is key. And I think that this is something that she has embraced too, and she has brought as a focal point of her channel. She talks about moderation. Caitlin discusses the impact of social media and how it impacts her consumerism and how it impacts what she would normally buy versus what she ends up buying as someone who's influenced by influencers. And it made me realize that I am heavily influenced by influencers too, even more than I would like to admit. So Caitlin has been through a bit of a transformation, like a mental transformation. She used to be someone who bought, in her opinion, that's what she thinks, that's not what I think. She thinks that she used to be someone who was less mindful of her purchases. So now I think that she views herself as someone who's more intentional, someone who is more in tune with her own aesthetic rather than influenced by other people's aesthetics. I want that for myself. I want that for the people that I care about. I'm going to be using my bronzer, my Yana Provi's bronzer. I'm not going to use a lot of it, I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm going to contour my nose a little bit now. I'm not going to, you know what? I don't know if I have represented Caitlin quite as well as I would have liked to, but I'm going to let you go and explore because she is incredible. She's incredible, and she encourages everyone to think critically. She encourages everyone to really get to know themselves and their aesthetic and explore a little bit, but explore rationally. Instead of exploring social media, explore yourself. I'm going to be using a cream eyeshadow that's really, really long lasting because I want to use an eye gloss. This is by Yana Provi's. This is Yana Provi's Creme de la Creme cream shadows slash liners. They are budge proof. They are really, really, really long lasting. And I have tested this on my hand. I applied it and just like blended it, and then I waited for it to set. I applied my eye gloss, and then I rubbed it in with my finger and looked at my finger. There was no like it basically didn't pick anything up on my finger, so I assumed that this is going to be really, really long lasting. Anyways, I picked up a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to just like apply it haphazardly all over my lid. Okay, let's now talk about beauty YouTubers because this is what I watch most of the time. Let's talk about a new discovery because I am obsessed with this lady. Her name is Alexa Blake. Alexa Blake is the most gorgeous makeup artist on YouTube. I would call her a makeup artist not because I know that she's a makeup artist. I have no idea, but her skills and her approach is very reminiscent of makeup artists. She can do editorial really, really well, and in a way that makes it almost kind of wearable. She's very inspiring. She has beautiful, beautiful techniques. Everything that she does is exquisite. She talks about brands that interest me, like Rowan, like Vanessa Myricks. She's mostly comfortable with neutrals, like I am, and I appreciate someone who can make neutrals interesting. If you can watch someone who does primarily neutral makeup looks, and you're still interested, and you're still you would still use the word creative to describe their makeup application, then that is just the YouTuber that you should watch all the time, because although some people would consider neutrals to be boring and not so inspiring, I actually have a different way of looking at it. I think that if you can pull off this boring kind of content, then this is not only an interesting channel to watch, but this is also someone who is thinking, oh my god, see, I hate when I have this blush on the back of my hand, because it always ends up being very patchy. Ugh, okay, let's just ignore it for now. See, oh my god. Okay, let's forget about it. There's nothing on the back of my hand, right? There's absolutely nothing on the back of my hand. Okay, I'm going to be using this Linda Hallberg Infinity Glass Glossy Glow Primer for face, eyes and lips. I'm going to also apply it on the tops of my cheek, on my eyelids, and I think that that's going to be it. Okay, by the way, Alexa Blake did a glossy eyelid look not so long ago, I feel, and oh, it was absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so I applied a little bit of eye gloss on my finger. I'm going to tap my fingers together and tap it on my lid. And I hope that you can see the glossiness happening. I feel like Alexa Blake inspired me to look at my collection and find shadows that really work with glossy lids. I have a little bit of the gloss on the back of my hand, and with the blush brush I'm going to apply it on my cheekbones. I zoomed this out, so let's just talk about what I'm going to do on my lips. I changed my mind. I was initially going to go straight with a clear gloss, but I want to try something more editorial, and I'm going to start off with this lipstick. This is a dark lipstick from Jade. This is a Jade Velveteen Pure Matte Lipstick in the shade Night Berry 741, and I'm going to focus it right here. Okay, and then, oh my god, I applied too much of it. With my finger, I'm going to smear it and smudge it and everything. And I'm really going to try to get the Cupid's bow to be really super duper smudged. Then I want, first of all, to clean up my fingers a little bit. I want to blot my lips as much as possible. Now that there's barely anything on the back of my hand, I'm going to go with my clear gloss. I'm going to use the same face gloss on my lips. This is the same Linda Hallberg thingy. I think that I've never gone this editorial. Not that this is like crazy editorial or anything, but for me this is wild. Maybe, you know what, I want to attempt to apply a little bit more blush if this thing decides to work. I hate this pump pipette. Oh, it doesn't work. It's not working. Okay, so my dearest friends, this is the final look. I haven't talked about two of my favorite YouTubers. I'm gonna talk about them briefly. I really, if you watched my channel and if you watched the last few videos, I've been really talking about Amanda Z and Hannah Louise Poston. I find these two ladies to have an incredible sense of style, aesthetics, and I find that their approach to makeup is very unique to themselves. They really love cream products, which I am kind of slightly starting to embrace. Not heavily. I don't think I'll ever reach the Amanda Z level of cream love, cream makeup love, but I can appreciate a good cream product here and there, and I can definitely appreciate the sense of makeup application and makeup techniques that they have. Hannah Louise Poston doesn't only talk about makeup, she also talks about consumerism, she talks about finances a little bit, not as heavily as with Christina from Stylopathika, but she does bring it up here and there. She talks about how she wants to embrace a more financially aware, financially conscious kind of lifestyle, and I find that very inspiring because everybody normal has a finite amount of money that they have to manage. You have to manage the amount of money that you bring in so that you can manage the amount of money that you take out for whatever purpose there is, whether it is essentials like food, water, taxes and all of that, or luxuries or beautiful things. As Hannah would say, she would say beautiful things, but I'm going to say luxuries because none of the products that I featured today are essentials to anyone. At least not in the traditional sense of what an essential product is. And so I love hearing someone else's perspective on those topics, and I appreciate someone making me think critically. And I appreciate how eloquent Hannah Louise Poston is. She is the queen of eloquence. She makes me want to work on my English as someone who speaks Arabic as a native language. English is my third language, so to say, because I live in Israel, so Arabic is my first language, Hebrew is supposedly my second, and then English is my third. Although I think that Hebrew and English have swapped places. So yeah, Amanda Z, I've discussed briefly. Hannah Louise Poston, I've discussed briefly. Alexa and the rest I've discussed briefly. All of their channels will be linked underneath, along with their social media like Instagram, because that's what I keep up with. They have beautiful Instagrams, all of them. Hannah has been posting a picture every day for the entire month of February, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate people who start projects and carry through with these projects. Hannah is the prime example of that, and I love keeping up with the projects that she has, whether they're financial projects or their social media projects, their video projects, whatever they may be. So please don't forget to check these ladies out and appreciate the incredible content that they put out for us lucky viewers. So yeah, this is it for today. This is the final, in my eyes, editorial makeup look. I know that this isn't as out there as so many other people who are much better at editorial makeup than I ever will be, and I ever plan to be, because editorial isn't really my thing, but it's nice to tap into that kind of makeup realm, so to say, every now and then. And this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and we shall reconvene very shortly. Bye.